Hey, welcome back to my channel. My name is Megan and I help agency owners, freelancers, and consultants land clients. We're doing something a little bit different today. One thing that my students in Revenue Spark stress about is their LinkedIn headshot. We use LinkedIn religiously to help grow our businesses, and we all want to look good, you know what I'm saying? But what do you do if you are not a professional photographer, which I am certainly not, and you would prefer not to hire one? In this video, I'm going to show you how to take a beautiful LinkedIn headshot using nothing but your with your smartphone. You're going to learn to use your smartphone to take a headshot. I am going to show you my ring light that I use. I'm using it right now. It was a pretty modest investment. I think I got it off of Amazon. Anywho, I'll show you that later if you do want to throw some money at it, but you don't have to. And then after, we are going to get into some very light editing just to make your picture sparkle even more. You will not need to pay for any software or even use any software for this, and you don't need any additional skills like any special photo editing skills. It's super simple. Full disclosure, I am not here to tell you how to brand yourself, okay? You're gonna have your own style, your own aesthetic. Rather, I'm just going to give you a few simple pointers for taking a high quality photo, a professional photo that you'll be proud to share with everybody. But how you kind of want to present yourself to people, what exactly you want to wear, that's totally up to you. What matters is that you feel good. All right, now before you start setting anything up or getting ready to take any pictures, the one thing I do want to tell you about what you're considering wearing is that it should not blend into your background. So if I were going to take a picture against this wall right behind me, which is some shade of grayish something or other, I would not want to wear a shirt that is the same color. This shirt is much darker, and then I've got these little strappy thingies right here, so I'm okay. If you were going to use a black background, then you would want to avoid wearing a black shirt because you would just look like a floating head. Okay, so that's the one consideration I do want to share in terms of what you're going to wear. All right, we are actually going to go on a little ride together. I'm going to turn off my ring light. You'll see the difference here if I can reach it. Yeah, see, that was a ring light. All right, let's keep going. Now, I said I was going to show you how to do this with no equipment. I do have a tripod. I also have this thingy right here that attaches to my computer desk, and I can just clip my phone in it. But in the spirit of keeping with the no equipment theme, I'm going to prop the phone up on something, and I will show you what that looks like in just a second. Okay, change of plans. So I am in my room and I'm in front of a window where we're getting pretty decent natural light. So what I would do, and I'm just taking a selfie here, we will crop it later. I know a lot of people say that you're supposed to take pictures like this because it's supposed to be more flattering. I personally am not a fan of that. You do you, but I usually take mine pretty much head on. And actually, you know what? I could prop this up on the couch if I wanted to. Okay, so right now I have the phone propped up on a candle on the couch, okay? So you don't have to have a tripod, you don't have to have a whole lot of anything, you just need something to stick your phone on. I'm in front of a window. It is, I don't know what time it is. It's about 3 o'clock in the afternoon, it's winter, so the days are shorter. One thing you want to avoid is direct sunlight. It's too harsh when you're taking pictures. So if you can go someplace indoors where you're just getting kind of indirect sunlight like I am right now, that's going to be ideal. Or go outside on a day when it's slightly cloudy, and that will be fine too. The point is to just avoid sunlight directly on your face. And all I would do is look at the camera and smile. Okay, so try a few different poses. You never know what's going to end up being your favorite. So even if you think it doesn't look good in the moment that you're taking it, try a few different poses. Try one with your hands down at your sides, with your hands on your hips. Maybe you can, cross your arms like this. And also, you don't have to be this close if you don't want to. Do bear in mind, though, that your profile picture on LinkedIn is going to be very small, and especially if people are looking at it on mobile, it's going to be even smaller. So you don't want to be too far away from the camera, because then in the profile picture, you're going to be like that big, okay? So I'm going to show you what I propped this phone up on so you can really see how low budget this is. The phone was right here, okay? It was propped up like that. This is a pair of pants that I bought that I didn't like. Okay guys, bear with me here. I'm trying something new. So I recorded my screen and this is what it looked like for me when I was actually taking the pictures. So you'll notice I am not in photo, I'm in portrait mode, and that gives me that blurred background, okay? We'll talk about backgrounds later. And then all I did was I opened up the timer. First I had issues finding the timer. And then when I finally found it, I put it on 3 seconds. And that was just to give me time to pose. And here I am with my fake smile. And that's it. So I took a few of these just to give you an idea of how you can really quickly snap a few pictures. And yeah, that was it. Okay, let's go back to the office. This is the ring light. There's Peanut. This is the ring light. Full disclosure, mine's broken, so I have it propped up. And this one's smaller. I like this one because it's not so powerful that it like washes me out. And what's really cool is it has this little adjustment down here. So it actually has a few different settings and you can adjust the intensity. So if I turn it on, I don't know how well this is going to show up. So that's the one I normally use, but it's got different colors, I think 3. So that one's like a little more yellow, goldy. I think that's the one I said I use. And then that one's a little more bluish. And then you can increase the intensity or decrease it. It was an Amazon purchase. The link I'm sharing is not an affiliate link. So yeah, if you want a ring light, this one's pretty good. All right, back here. So we took a few pictures. I showed you what that looks like. Again, there's so much stuff you can play around with. If you want a different backdrop, you can go outside, you can go someplace else in your home. You have lots of options. I am going to show you something really cool you can do with editing. But yeah, keep it simple, don't stress. The biggest thing about this is the lighting. That's going to make the biggest difference. So I am really crooked right now. Okay, there we go. Lighting is what I've learned. It makes all the difference in the world. So let's move now to my computer. I'm going to share my screen and I'm going to show you some very light editing that will really go a long way. All right, I want you to see how easy this is. So I am on remove.bg and all I'm going to do is drag and drop one of my images here. And what it's doing is removing the background. And the reason I'm doing this is because I ended up taking that picture in my room and I didn't want the background in the room. Now, you know to use the portrait mode and it's going to give you that really nice blurred background. So if you're someplace more appropriate, you can skip this step. You don't have to do it. But if you want to remove the background, this makes it really easy to do it without Photoshop. Okay, so all I did was drag and drop it. I'm going to download. And then what I'm going to do is go to Canva. And in this case, let's see if they have a template. They do not, but because the image is going to show as a circle, which is, symmetrical, you could honestly pick anything and it would probably work. So for the sake of this video, I'm just going to choose Instagram post. Again, LinkedIn is going to crop it as a circle. So what we're going to do from here is design a profile photo. Now I don't want to leave just a blank white background. You could if you wanted, but really, this is where you can start to have some fun and get a little more creative. Remember to still keep it professional, but you can do this if you don't want to use whatever background was behind you, like, in my case. So here, maybe I just use this background, and then maybe I don't like that color. So I'm going to put a different color over it, kind of like a filter. And we're just playing around with this. Let me move this out of the way. So that way we still get some of the texture. And then I would just drag and drop the picture I just took and expand this a little bit. And remember, on LinkedIn, it's going to be very small. Oh, that's not good. We need to move this. What on earth? Hold on a second. There we go. Okay. There it is. My picture ended up coming out a little dark, so maybe I would increase the brightness just a tad. If you are comfortable with photo editing and you wanted to use something more robust like Photoshop or whatever, you could. Or you can just play around with it in Canva, which for something like this is normally what I would do. And good God, that is it. Okay, so really easy and quick and free. Okay, so that's pretty much it. Don't stress about your LinkedIn headshot. I get a lot of students who think they need to hire a photographer, go to a studio. You can if you want to, but you certainly don't have to. In fact, I would argue that photos that are a little more candid and a little less stereotypically professional, I personally think those are more authentic. I think the days of needing to dress in suits and blazers and look a certain way, I know that might be the case for some industries, but overwhelmingly, especially if you're watching this video and you're building some sort of online business, it's okay to have fun. Still keep it professional. Don't use any weird Snapchat filters where you've got like bunny ears or something like that. It's still a business networking site, but don't feel like you have to conform to anyone's, constraints of what is and isn't professional. Especially in the age of COVID and work from home, those guidelines, I would say, have changed dramatically. So be you, be yourself, especially if you're a business owner. You make the rules, have fun with it. And yeah, that's about it for today. So I hope you found this helpful. If you have any questions, just drop them in a comment below. I'm pretty good about responding, and I will see you in the next video.